Cubby, would you like to give us our recap?
No, no, it's not.
Hey,
Last
come
time.
on, bro.
The world of Nova Vetus. Salil, in her room with Felix asleep, tried to commune with Vale, hiding under a blanket to try and prevent any of what she might do to be seen by the guard that was watching. After a couple of attempts, waiting for a bit longer, nothing came back. So she set her trinket, her arc, representing the symbol of Vale given to her by her father. Set that on the bedside table, walked outside to find Coldness, who was awake and had not slept after the events of what happened. Gruga finished reading the book,
Morbid
the
Curiosities.
manuscript of Morbid Curiosity, which Pill lended to her, and talked a little bit about what in the book, what it means, and how it applies to their current lives. After going across the center dome to the main dome, we'll say, that everyone else was at, fixing some breakfast and Pill putting together a breakfast sangria, you all started to talk, reveal some information about yourselves. You learned of Zook's grandfather, Duke Typhoon, some of you who have heard stories of as children, or just as general lore throughout your years living in Nova Vetus. Vinny spent most of the morning hiding in his room, literally crying over the events that took place the night prior. Felix finding him there and consoling him through the painful process of realizing that he wasn't helped Colvis. But maybe he was. Conversations following, you all learned more about each other as a group, asked each other about your money, your upbringing, each other's family names. Some of you learned of the Dawn Strider's business and of the Amberrock business. Some of you connecting plot points from your past of stealing various Amberrock shipments on your different escapades. We left off in a rather heated, or just after a heated conversation, where Gruga ran out of the room to go find the skins that she had been collecting. Salil running after her to have a conversation about said skins, and Pill following Salil. For the most part, the conversation went well between Salil and Gruga. Gruga considering whether or not she would ask permission from the rest of the party members if they had died to take their skin. But before she did that, she tried to communicate with the guards watching from the outside, trying to get some materials to start the tanning or preservation process of the skins. Trying to wave the guards down, and them eventually pointing over to a phone by the main door or the main vault. You spoke to them, asked for some salt. The guard said, he'll do what he can. So, Hill, I believe in the bathroom of the other dome. Gruga, I think, in the center dome. And the rest of you in the original dome that you guys had all originally came in and made camp in. As the day continues on, how would you all like to continue?
I believe Zook went after Pill at the end of last session.
Yeah, he kind of in the middle of his walk, after hearing from Benny of like, oh, I've known where we're at. Zook was like, I'm just gonna take my glass and walk off that sentence.
All right.
Yeah,
so
kind of
being
like,
a little frustrated from
yeah.
hearing that he possibly knew this entire time, yes, you start walking off after Pill. And as you get to the other dome, what do you do?
He'll kind of look around, just taking the environment around him. I'm guessing he just kind of sees like just an empty desk.
Gruga's in the living room actually after talking to the guards.
Okay. Can he see the guards from where he's at? Or I'm like, if it's just a glass thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. He'll look over, just kind of recognize them. Let's say he's about maybe like halfway through his drink. Yeah, halfway is fair. Is this open or why is it giving me red movement? Okay, maybe I just clicked a weird spot. All right, he will enter into the thing. Gruga's just chilling on the couch.
Yeah,
think Gruga's
she's
in-
yeah,
Oh,
she
wait,
was
are
in
you-
she was in there. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She has her bag open. She's kind of like sitting on the floor, crisscross applesauce, looking at the skins and kind of like preparing them for hoping she gets salt.
Excuse me, where's Pale?
In the bathroom.
All right. And he will walk on through. Hello?
Zook hears the sloshing of a lot of water, and Pill, her hair basically soaked to her forehead, and her clothes completely just like stuck to her because she was in the tub fully clothed, like peeks ahead around a corner. Zook, hi.
Did you fall in the tub or you bathe with your clothes on?
It's it was an attempt to make the effects of the alcohol a little stronger. Very hot water. I don't know if you know hot tubs and alcohol. Yeah.
I don't know that. All right, that's look. What is going on? I'm just gonna just kind of come out with it. What is going on? What is happening?
Zook, I think you were right. Earlier in the inn, I feel you are correct in the claim that I have gone soft, but maybe not in the way you meant. I need to apologize to you. I have not done this in a very long time. I'm very sorry if it's a little rough around here.
All right.
And until last night, it wasn't apparent to me exactly how earnest you were about your request for a partnership, and that it was truly benevolent. For that, I'm sorry. When the time comes, if not now, I'd like to give you context as to why I would not take your word for it. Why I was not entirely in agreement with becoming a unit, and I did not give your request the respect it deserved. So I just need you to know, at least for now, I am sorry.
Well, I accept your apology. I just want to know why my request wasn't respected.
Sure. Where I am from, in Drakton, a partnership amongst competitors especially is always a guise to make one side disappear. To merge is to accept that one of you is going to inevitably vanish and leave the other to absorb whatever was yours. As common as a small fishing boat being forced to join the larger competitors in the waters after being forced away. It's as bloody as new business partners who go on a business trip and only one returns to lead their new company. It's as quiet as the woman who marries and becomes only a shadow behind the window panes. The nature of such things is the only word I have ever known. But I'm starting to realize perhaps y'all have not joined my world, but I have joined yours. And that this is not always true.
I want to believe you, Pill. It's just that, well, it feels like you've been joined this world. Your name that I knew you by was not your real name. You left it all behind.
I did?
Maybe you haven't left it entirely all behind. Maybe not. Maybe that's not the case. But
is there anything I could say to bring more worth to my words? I would like to try.
I think just for yourself, I don't think you should be doing things to prove your words. I think you just need to prove yourself. Just keep doing your best intention. Life is all about actions. If your action is underhanded, then you are just underhanded. That's just how it is. There's no other way to cut that. But I don't know, Pill. It's even some of this stuff. I don't know. I think you're just gonna have to look really inward on yourself and just what you want to do with yourself, of what you want to be, or what you think you have to be, or what you think the world is out to get you for. Because if you want to just, I don't know, all I've known you as is just Pill on your own, just a singular Pill. Like, what is even your cause? What do you want out of this world, genuinely?
I want to show my family that I don't need their name, because in their name I am nothing. In their name I am to be sent away, not to be seen unless the person I marry is of use to them, And I am keen to show them that I don't need them to acquire wealth. I can acquire wealth on my own merit.
Is that
So
how
yes,
you want your life to be? Is just gathering wealth? Like what? Define wealth to yourself.
the only wealth I have ever known is that gold of trinkets, jewelry, items of worth. And so yes, I was in the business purely for selfish reasons. Perhaps you are not, but we were in the same bubble of activity. And I'm seeing now that maybe I don't want to operate alone. Maybe not all partnerships are solely of danger to myself. If I can make things right from my previous actions and my previous words, I would like to start making those steps. But I just need to start. I need to be someone that can do that. Maybe it is not the current bill, but if you give me time, I hope I can prove that.
Well, we ain't got nowhere to go, so all we got is time. But I think just for your own sanity, just quit looking at things in boxes. Even you are trying to keep me in a box. I don't even claim myself as a criminal. A pirate? Sure. The acts I do, in the way they're viewed by the way that law defines them, yeah, by definition I am. But the system is made by those who have won the system already.
I understand.
For
I apologize.
yourself, quit putting yourself in a box. You ain't got to apologize for that. I'm just saying in general. You keep putting yourself in a box, that's how you have these feelings of just kind of like things are transactional, things are this, things are that. If you kind of just live life based off of your actions, what you want to do, and those around you, or just for your own self in a better way, it's harder to be placed in that box.
Sure.
But you're right, you did go soft. Everybody has those moments.
Such as
At least
the
you're human.
Barely.
Well,
she'll crack a grin.
have fun trying to get drunk with your clothes on in the bathroom.
And as Zook walks out, he'll hear just a low chuckle.
And then on his way out, he'll look over at Gruga, and then keep going, trying to understand the why.
Hill will stay out of the bathtub now and start just kind of like drying off her clothes and changing into something probably that's just not soaked to the bone.
Did they provide us any clothing?
There's some basic like canvas clothing, similar to the material that everything else has been made out of. There's enough pairs amongst the different dormitories for everyone to get a change of clothes at least.
Are they in black?
They're not black, but they're like a dark gray, I would say.
Okay.
Unacceptable.
Like very more like a beige gray, a bray,
A bray.
Yeah.
grayish.
Okay. Ooh, I like a grayish. All right. Almost a khaki?
Yeah,
Like a dark khaki?
I'd say so.
Word. Yeah. Pill will go ahead and change it to that and hang up her clothes to dry. Perhaps over one of those vents.
All right. Suzuki said you are walking back to the other dome now.
Yeah. When he enters, he'll kind of have that look of being kind of pleasantly surprised, you know? That like kind of not a glow, but yeah.
While Zook was off having this conversation with Pill, what were the rest of you doing for the maybe 10, 15 minutes?
Who was drinking? That's still in the room.
Oh.
Colvis, was Vinny drinking?
I think Vinny was as well.
Because I know he'd come out and gotten water. I just didn't know if he was drinking. Noah, if you're here.
No, it was not. I gave him water. That's right.
Right. I
It
don't
was
know
just
if he
me.
had, okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was drinking water.
Out of curiosity, how's alcohol affecting Colvis? Or did you only have like one glass of sangria and then you didn't really continue?
He's only had one glass.
Okay.
How much of a glass? Like a tall glass?
Look at those motherfuckers able to stare at each other in the
How
same
often
room.
do you drink?
Look at AJ turning to his side, looking right at his boy's face. Jesus Christ.
D&D next to each other.
Friendship.
I mean, how tall were the glasses?
Like a mug sized, I would say.
Yeah, he's not. He's probably got a little red in his cheek, but he's not like super pissed drunk.
And
It
Salila,
is
are you
like 8 in the
still
morning.
Salila, are you still like under the clock?
Haven't moved.
Felix like standing beside you and assuming that like the wizard folk are having like small chatter, small talk, you know, just talking amongst themselves in like the couch area, would drop his voice to a whisper. Is there something about this clock that is fascinating you? Because I don't believe between last night and today, besides going to bed and bathing, that you have left it.
As he's asking this, she'll be staring up at it. And she'll look at him and be like, I don't know how long we're going to be in here, but I feel like, seeing as there's no real daylight down here, trying to keep track of how many hours and days.
They do say that the longer you stare at the clock, the slower it moves. So, if you would like, I can give you regular updates about how long we've been down here, but I do not believe that you should be stressing yourself out by watching every second of every minute tick by. It's not healthy. Take it from someone who's been in this kind of situation before.
What in a prison?
Dromir's dungeons saw their fair share of me. Come on.
Solion, give me a nature check.
Ooh. Okay, give me a second. Oh, there we go. Okay, Jesus.
Oh, that was so close.
Probably because part of why you are watching this clock so close is probably because that your internal clock here is just so off. You keep having to remind yourself how many days have passed. Because you're afraid of forgetting. Something unmoving, unchanging about the area you're in, the trauma of what's gone on, all mixed together. Feels like there's a little brain fog when it comes to trying to keep track of time.
I spent a lot of time just watching, just letting life tick by. I remember standing in the hall of my own home, and I think I spent almost an entire evening watching a clock up on the wall. There wasn't much else to do. Even now, I can see it in perfect clarity in my mind's eye. Turn to Felix. What are we going to do? I feel so unbearably rotten that I have I don't like not having answers to things. And here I feel truly lost. There's no book I can read, or scripture, or guide in here. There's nothing. I am so used to being placed or put or told, and in here where I have no one to answer to really beyond myself, I don't know what to do.
You adapt. It is not easy. And he'll look around the room, kind of stopping at each person that's in here. As new as it is for you, it's as new for all of them. Vinny is terrified. He believes he left one of his truest friends to die. Cornelius just had his entire life's work flipped on its head. I really don't know what's going on with Reese. That man is an enigma. I'm assuming similar feelings. Colvis about the same. I think that the other ladies are more scared than they want to admit, because it is opening yourself up in a painfully vulnerable way to admit to your fear. But survival needs to outweigh our fear. I'm scared. I've been scared every day since I got you back. But if we allow fear to consume us, then we're not particularly surviving. And all I care about right now is our survival. And so fear takes a back burner. It'll always be there. But the more you let it consume you, and he looks up at the clock, the more you let it control you, minute by minute, the worse this is all going to be. But You're not here alone. You're not adapting alone. And this is the longest break we've had from your father in a very long time. That's got to count for something. And we're safe. On the surface. I don't know if anyone has told you this yet. Especially over your, from my perspective, particularly long lifetime. But it's normal and okay to be scared. If you weren't, I'd be concerned. If you stood here underneath this clock and told me that you weren't feeling anything, I would be worried. Hearing that you're scared makes you real. Makes you a person. Your own person. No one else's. Try to focus on the freedom of being able to feel that fear over not being allowed to feel much of anything at all. It's better that way. And he just gently and semi-discreetly just like reaches his hand forward and squeezes hers. And I'm still here.
You're still here.
As he's squeezing her hand, his thumb just like rubs the outside of her palm, comforting. I don't know if the wizard people or if you had anything else to say, but I was going to say if you wanted to pass it over to the wizard people, you could. Before Zook comes back in. Not to interrupt you, Pete.
What do the wizards do?
Nowhere, are you here? He said 6. That's another hour from now. I don't know where his ass is. He's been muted for the last 30 minutes.
Probably just talking. Probably there's probably a couple apologies from Colvis and Vinny between each other. I don't know.
All right. Well, I would say that's probably when Zook comes back in.
Does the room feel like it's just been a bunch of sorries in there?
Has there? Oh, because you two are apologizing to each other? Okay.
Yeah, I would
It's
say there's
real-
probably like a somber tone near the couches.
Did everybody make up?
For the most part, I believe.
Right, it feels like that in the room. It's kind of...
I don't know. You tell me. You're the one who just went to go talk to your partner. Did
I got
everybody
told
make
I was
up?
right. I got told I was right. Yeah.
Hold on to that. That might be the last good feeling you get for a while.
Zook will nod. Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So,
Are they good? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I really just want to go talk to Bill. I mean, it seems like Gruga's kind of like preparing her skin. So I mean, it's gotta be prepared. I don't know. I don't even know.
morning booze and then prepping skin. You can't say they're not interesting.
I mean, if you did that at night, that's just going to sleep, right? You just wash your face off. But
Do not compare what she's doing to washing your face.
I know,
I do not
I'm
believe
sorry, I know.
those are the
I know,
same preparing of skin. I don't.
I'm just trying to keep it light. Yeah,
I
no,
know,
it's
I know.
not. That's a Salil thing. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I have that type of politicking.
What is?
You want politicking between criminals, how things roll out on the streets? I'm your fucking guy. You want the softness? I don't know yet. I don't think I've learned that skill. So.
The
Oh.
softness.
Come on, Zook.
Not like being nice and kind to people, but like that is like I'm gonna approach that like a fucking arrow. I'm just gonna shoot straight in, sharp edges. I don't know how to go about that. I ain't gonna cut that clean.
I think Felix turns to Salil and kind of like smirks a little bit because he knows her not to be particularly soft at all. And is like the fact that this guy's like, yeah, that's a Salil thing, being soft. He's just like,
That's too. I don't. That's too delicate. I don't know how to approach that.
There's nothing wrong with being entirely forthright. At least people know where you stand. People often respect that sort of thing far more than concealing things to keep things light.
You know, I don't know about that. You know, sometimes you don't always get respect for just being forthright. But
something that you gathered you're on your own?
Maybe.
Ah.
Strange coming from you, seeing
lesson
as
to learn.
You've been very forthright, Zook. You
as
kind of
forthright
like
as I can be.
Kind of like told us a lot.
I mean, what's there to?
I'm just saying, for someone who says that, like, being forthright, you don't really know whether or not that's, like, the best. I'm saying you were very forthright for someone who seems to have a negative feelings towards being forthright. I'm not.
I ain't
not
negative.
like,
It's just.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I just learned that not always is that, but it ain't gonna change how I think. I mean, that's just how I was. That's how I was raised. So that's just how I'm gonna be.
How old are you, Zook?
26.
And how long have you been doing what you've been doing?
Like robbing and stealing?
Sure.
Probably like, I mean, I guess it 5 years in one way, 5 years in the most recent way, if that makes sense. 5 years by train, 5 years by sea.
Okay, started young.
Well, I mean, like, it's, you know, with how like we're raised, it's just it's just part of like the culture, I guess. Like everybody kind of chips in their own way. It's like a civic duty.
I understand, like being born into a military family and then becoming military. I get it.
Yeah, kind of, but it's like, I don't know, like everybody's got to chip in for like for living like that, if that makes sense. With what my grandpa did, everybody got to do their part and kind of just do it unapologetically. But I ain't never really looked at it like military, but it's fair to cut it that way. Yeah.
Colvis went against the family thing, you know, like he told us that earlier, that, you know, like his family has one business and then he like shifted into another. You like stuck with what you were raised with.
Well, I mean, I did spend 60 years in the business, so
60 years?
Yeah.
Elves.
Yeah.
You guys are old. Oh shit.
but Zook,
I'm
it's
actually quite young.
it
but-
is you need to look towards someone like Arcolvis here as experiencing the same scope of life that you have, just over a longer duration of what your time perception is. Think of it like,
Nah.
and this is not to be offensive to either of you, but think of it like a dog, right? We
Oh, yeah,
suggest
like
that they
7
live.
years.
I am going
Yeah.
to very, very slowly just look at look at Felix.
He looks back at you and goes, "Listen, in this situation, I'm the dog." And then turns back.
That is true. We are the dog.
We experience a lot more of our lives at a much faster pace, rapid.
Yeah.
Comparatively, they're not in as much of a rush as we are.
Yeah. Colvis, so all your family's like kind of smart or like businessy?
I mean, my grandfather is, a ship hand. My mom and dad are, smart, businessy people, and then I guess a mix of both. I'm more on the business side of being on a ship than anything, but like I was in charge of the books on the ship rather than
Yeah.
like the ropes and navigating and all that.
Okay. Felix, what about for yourself? How long you been doing bodyguard work?
Specifically bodyguarding? Like,
Well, I guess so.
roughly 2 years? Not long. It started
wow.
as mercenary work, and then one family decides to pay out well and enjoy your services, and then they rehire, and then things happen, and they trust you enough that they want to have you watch over their daughter. I mean, I did mercenary work for years before that, but it's all sorts of odd jobs that you could find. It's nothing in particular, and it's not like I have a family legacy that I could work into. It was all finding what I could find and doing what I could do.
Yeah, I get that.
You're all big shots in my eyes.
Nah, I ain't no big shot yet.
You're talking about being the grandson of Duke Typhoon. And like how you were raised into that piracy on the seas between the like you absolutely do. You fit the bill of the thing you're saying you don't.
Well, that one I chose specifically. Like my family, they don't do this. My family's a bit different. Like my mom's like into like logistics and stuff. My dad's like he's a smuggler. Like he knows like trade routes and stuff. And then my siblings kind of went that route. I ain't very like smart or nothing. I'm really good at getting my head smashed a little bit.
All I'm saying is
So-
it's
but,
still
like,
a bit
yeah.
adjacent. You still worked alongside
Yeah, I get what you mean.
your family, and they taught you, as Colvis said, taught you the ropes and sort of set you on the path that you're on now.
Yeah. Well, thanks.
Like your
Well,
family was
kinda.
part of your life,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love my family. They're great.
right? You were raised in the way. It seems
Yeah.
most of you were. I know, besides Vinny, but that's his story to tell when he's ready. But yeah, no, you all seem to have a lot to talk about in regards to like the lives you've lived up to now. Maybe morbid question. If all of you were to die tomorrow, would you think that you've lived?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Actually, I say 200%.
You've truly lived.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no regrets on a lot of things.
Great. Colvis?
I mean, there's still things I want to do. Don't get me wrong. But I'd say I'd live a pretty fulfilled life.
What about you, Felix? Salil?
Never. I don't think that there will be a time in my life where I'm contented to die, feeling that I have truly and wholly lived a life to the fullest of its potentials. But that's what you strive for, day by day. Can't settle.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know.
That's just me.
What about-
It's great that you're
Yeah.
contented to be like, you've lived.
If however I go out, it's gonna be quick.
I'm going to fight death as long
So-
as I can.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like the life we're kind of living, especially right now. If we were to go out, better be content with what you got right now and then strive for more after if you get more. But you, Salil, are you living in your long elf years? Or you just start living?
She's dead silent.
Felix just drops his head a little bit and like kind of discreetly gives a look to Zook that just like with a slight head shake and it's like an eye close of like just leave it for now kind of look.
So, Culvis, you said you got stuff you want to do. What you want to do with your life?
I mean, I've spent 60 years navigating on ships, and I feel like I could spend another 45 learning spells and how magic works, and like I don't think I know enough. Like I've learned all I could on a ship as best to my ability, and I'm 15 years deep and I still feel like I know nothing of magic.
But you just want to know magic for why?
I mean, it's interesting. I feel it is a boon to some, and I could genuinely help a lot of people in life. Could help bring you know, aid to those that need it, tools to those that don't. Like I know a spell that can lift things from that, like that conjures a hand and can help you lift things, and I that would help for people who maybe are disabled, like yourself. You were missing an arm, an extra hand would help.
Yeah, that's true.
There's tons of uses that this could be used for, and I fear that we're entering an era where people will use it for death and destruction. Case in point being what got us here.
Not that I presume to understand it all, but do you believe that magic has like a finite point it could be developed to? Or is this
I don't
not
know.
one of those things like swordplay and art and music where every generation will iterate on it and grow and develop and change and create as time goes on? There will never be a time, unless you believe magic is finite, where you will know everything possible. So I think you might be on my side. You may not feel happy
that's
about death tomorrow. I swayed him.
Especially when you got a big task like that. I mean,
No, but it means
You
you're
wanna-
hungry to live.
yeah, you got ambition.
If anyone in
I
this
mean,
room didn't
your
make it
question was
clear
if
they
I
were...
died tomorrow. I'm not trying to die tomorrow, but if I were to die tomorrow,
That would suck.
it would suck.
I'm just saying, as long as I'm not surrounded by people that are so content in life that they don't highly value the idea of continuing it. I don't want to have to put my life in the hands of people who are contented to allow theirs to end.
No, I do
Knowledge.
hunger and thirst for knowledge, yes.
Good. Stay hungry.
I mean, there's like 500 runes that we know of, at least.
Okay. I don't know
And
math.
there's no.
How many combinations is that?
Yeah.
A lot.
Well, you don't just
Okay.
combine two. You can, even though if we say 100 is the max that you combine, that's something to the
On-
order of
Mm.
10 to the 700. That's more atoms that we think
I
are in the
assume
universe.
that that's really big. Yeah. What does an
What
atom?
does 10 to the 700 even mean?
That's a 1 followed by 700 zeros.
I feel like after you get through like maybe 20 zeros, you probably got to stop counting zeros. That's like a lot of zeros.
I would stop counting zeros after like 7 of them being behind something. I feel like
That's
that would
only
make
like
me
10
happy.
million. We have to get to at least trillion before I start losing it.
It is way beyond trillion.
I
Now,
can imagine.
that is, not all not all combinations of runes work. But,
Well, and there's also the different weird stuff you guys like put into the runes. Like, I swear I watched Gruga go onto a piece of paper. And it like did a cool thing. Like that's also part of the combination, is it not?
there's some take material components, some
What
if you
is
say
the
things in a certain way.
weirdest? What is the weirdest thing you guys have had to like put into a scroll for magic? Like, what's the? Because someone had to figure that out. Kind of like when we ask each other, like, who was the first person to milk a cow? Because like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's an insane
So who is the
thing.
first part? Like, what's the weirdest thing you've had to like put in a scroll? And like, who was the freak that did it first?
Like the hand spell you're talking about. Did somebody put their hand in that spell?
Well, no, that I don't remember off the top of my head. I don't think there's any material components for that spell. Because it's just you just write the runes and then say the words.
Okay.
I'm gonna be Volga for a second. Like, is there any kind of weird spell that you all know that like uses like, I don't know, like cow shit or something? Like no one's putting manure in spells.
I'm sure people have tried.
That's crazy.
Blood? Blood used in it?
I mean, I know a spell that costs
Obviously.
25 gold to cast.
Oh man.
I feel like AJ, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but in this kind of universe, the idea of like blood magic is like the something that everyone's like, yeah, it probably exists and it's probably not good.
Yeah, I mean, I would say, like
folklore about blood magic and like yeah, Victorian folklore type shit. Yeah.
Sheesh.
I mean, I feel like it gets worse than blood. Those people had carved runes into their skin upstairs. And
Yeah, I
they
guess
all did it. And that's like, if that's something that's widespread, what isn't? You know what I mean?
True.
Like, what does one guy know about some like crazy shit they started or tried or... You guys play a dangerous game. More dangerous than anything I do.
Speaking of a person with runes carved into their skin, Gruga, it comes through the door. Like she's thinking about something, and she goes to your kitchen area and starts going through the cabinets.
Genuine question. Is your stuff tattoos or are they legitimately carved into your skin scars? Like visually
They
to
are
us.
tattoo. There is both. Yes is good.
Both in the same spot, or there's some that looks carved and some that looks tattooed?
They are carved tattooed.
Okay, got it. It's like filling in the ink on a resin dye. Like that's in, yeah, got it. Got it.
She's
Is-
going
is
through
it
the
very-
cabinets. She's looking to see if there's already salt in the cabinets that exists.
give me an investigation check.
You got it.
There's like a box of like refined salt, I would say. Probably enough
Nice.
for one skin. Definitely not enough because you need to like pile it on, you know? Like it needs to
Mhm.
form like a good layer.
And she's also gonna
Um,
like go through the cabinets to look for like a large like tray, possibly.
there's some cooking trays that you find for sure.
Yeah, she's gonna put the salt on top of that and start to hobble with her tail swishing back and forth behind her, and while y'all continue to talk.
Well, I think they don't continue
I
to
was gonna
talk,
say, I'm
maybe.
pretty sure we all, like, I think silently agreed and just watched you do this. We weren't interrupting you. We just watched you do it and then watched you waddle out.
So Groga notices it's really quiet, and then she kind of like looks around. She's like, "So it won't stink," and continues to walk out.
Gruga, before you go,
Yes.
whether you view death as another life or whatever, if you were to be killed in some permanent fashion tomorrow, would you be content with the life and or many lives you have lived?
No.
Good.
What do you want to do with your life?
She's like poking with her head over because the tray's kind of big. And she's like, that's quite the large question. Should I put these down?
That's
I
up
don't
to
know.
you.
Maybe answer it with your
Sure.
hands, man. It gets the truth out.
Uh, um, what was the question again?
What do you want to do with your life?
Oh,
Because if you don't want to die tomorrow, then you got something you want to live for. What you want to live for?
make a home for all of the lost.
That immediately makes Salil put her head up and stare at her.
What are the lost?
Can I put these down?
Again,
Yes.
you do what you want to do. We're not making you hold those.
Can I bring the skin in here?
No, I don't want to look at it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If it is better to have the conversation later, we can have the conversation later.
No, she like puts the tray down literally on the floor right in front of her. And just like kind of like stands there with her hands like this. And she's like, the lost are those who become lost and lose their lives. We were lost. We're currently still lost. There's many who've become lost.
Are you saying lost in the sense of the world, or like direction? What does lost mean? You keep saying lost. I'm lost.
There is a magic in liminal space and time. It's a state of being that causes you to become susceptible. Many who are lost become taken. It's a powerful, powerful place.
So how does one become lost? I'm sorry. You explained the magic. I'm trying to figure out the lost.
When we were lost and we didn't know where we were, that space is magic. That creates an energy around you. And you can be taken And you can stay lost forever.
By whom?
There are many things that could take you.
Do you consider those whose lives were lost along our way to this destination having been taken?
I do not know if they were taken. They lost their lives. But I do not know what happened to their souls. But they would have been susceptible, yes.
Are we only susceptible when we die?
No.
Do you still consider us lost?
Not as much as we were before.
Does the amount matter?
Yes.
I'm still so confused.
It genuinely might be better that you be confused.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot
I
to,
myself
to
don't
dwell
feel
on.
lost in my direction, but I guess in the literal sense of lost, yeah, we were lost, but
A child who goes missing is lost. No one knows where that child is. That child knows where that child is. But that child is still lost. Whether it disappears or it comes home.
Okay, now Zook, I'm gonna need you to take that. We are the child. We were teleported somewhere. We
so,
were missing.
yeah.
Even when we found out where we were, no one else knows where we
no one
are.
knows. Yeah.
We
I don't
have a
care what other people know
location.
of me.
We know where we are. We have a location. We are not as lost as we were.
I mean, that part, it makes sense. Zook, that
Yeah.
part makes so much sense, actually.
Yeah.
Like, you got the, like, you still seem confused?
No, I mean it's just kind of one of those it is what it is things.
I'm a little confused on the magic part about it.
AJ, in this universe, does the concept of purgatory exist? Or, like, would we have
Religious-wise?
Well, either religious-wise, or would we also, just as, like, a society of humanoids, have the general concept and some people belief of an in-between? Like, this isn't, like, it's not new, this is the first time we're hearing about an in-between, but maybe new that it's magical. You know, like,
Yeah.
it's that, like,
Sure.
we could all believe there's an in-between life and death before you pass on to wherever you pass on, under whatever deity, under whatever circumstances.
Mhm.
But we have a general understanding of, yeah, people talk about there being a space between life and death.
Yeah.
She's just now saying it's magical.
Specifically in the world of Nova Vetus, the maternal ocean is what is viewed as like the place that everyone comes from and the place that everyone goes back to, right? Like it is both heaven, it is both hell in terms of those concepts. As far as a purgatory goes, the idea of one definitely exists. Different religions have their own ideas, but it is mostly tied to the god, right? So in the Valanite religion, you can only be brought back to the maternal ocean during the day. So if you die during the night, because you're brought back to the ocean by soul. If you die during the night, you're in this in-between state where, you know, religious scholars in the world will say that you need to be protected until the sun comes. And at least in this world, that's where a lot of like some of the just like the nighttime lore of like monsters and stuff comes from. So like vampires and things like that. On a short tangent there. But yeah.
But hearing that it's like hearing her saying it so definitively and also saying that it's magical is something that we're like, that's like new to us. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Got it. So sorry, Colvis, your question?
Yeah, the magic part of it, like, so when we were lost in the cave, just like there's magic around us. I mean, technically that's true, yeah, but does it create a new magic?
Are you asking in character or are you asking DM?
In character.
Oh. Hmm. I do not know what creates the magic truly, but there are beings and things that when you are lost, they can see you.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, Gruga.
You got it. A 4 with +2, 6.
Okay. I would say everything you said, you believe to be true. Not saying that it isn't, but you know that there's something that Swelta does that causes people to be linked in this way.
Mhm.
And it's not something that is innate to the universe, but you don't know exactly what it is she does.
I'm not sure exactly. But in my experience, if you are lost, there is more danger.
Have you been to that space before? In between.
Gruga kind of like, there's almost like a flinch, and as she's like holding her hand, she like flexes it a little bit, and her eyes like flick up to Felix and flick up looking to the people around the room, trying to gauge what these people are to her. I'm wondering if there's like can I like roll to see if Gruga can tell if these people are, I don't know, like if she feels like they're being sincere in their questions, does she feel any danger coming off of anybody? Like does she perceive that from anybody?
I would say give me an insight check, and then I'll let the players decide based on what it is, what they want to reveal about how they're feeling. Start with Felix,
16?
I suppose.
His initial questions were very surface level and also kind of like teasing towards Zook, like with the whole him being confused and explaining, like trying to make things make sense to him. But when as he was breaking it down for Zook, his tone almost shifted into interest, genuine intrigue, but also just a curious. He wants to understand you more in this moment, and by asking that question, he's trying to get a vibe of like, oh shit, has this person literally been in this liminal space we've all thought of as folklore for our entire lives? Because that would add a lot of context to a lot of your behaviors that he has been bothered by. But it is sincere. He's genuinely asking. There's no malice in the question.
How's everybody else's appearance towards
Colvis is like full on, like you can see in his face that he's like intrigued by what you're telling him.
For Zook, he's He's kind of got that like he's just kind of like a oh I know who I am. Currently I am literally lost, but I ain't lost. Like he's just so in his path that he's just kind of it just doesn't make sense to him. He's just like these are things that just happen. I'm just living presently through it. He's just so present. But also, I mean, he kind of has that natural sense of just I mean, he kind of lives by his own like little world, his own beat of his own drum. So it's just kind of like I ain't lost. There's a sense of not combativeness to it, but he's just like, nah, I just ain't that. Like he's just not gonna just be that. There's no conformity.
Salil.
Salil is intentionally keeping her face blank. No expression.
So, like, as y'all were kind of like processing what she was saying, like, Grugo was tilting her head almost like an owl, like looking almost a little like through y'all, trying to gather what she can from the situation. And she took a deep breath and she kind of like resettles herself. And she's like, many times. Her nails kind of like dig in the backs of her hands a bit.
In like a shift to try to lighten the mood, Felix goes, "Oh, I don't know about the rest of you, but that gives me a lot of hope. It means you can come back."
From what?
And in between.
Oh, yes, it's a transition space.
That's good news to me. The hearing that, like, you know, sometimes when as we're growing up, we hear, "Oh, once you're there, you're stuck there forever," or you know, all sorts
If
of
someone
things.
keeps you there.
See, now you're making it ominous again. Like we were. That's terrifying. You know that that's terrifying, right? Like when you say these things, you understand that is terrifying.
She like starts to grin a little bit, just ever so slightly, and she goes, if that's all that makes you terrified, I can be very terrifying.
Let me be abundantly clear. Because something is terrifying doesn't make me terrified. We confront terrifying things all the time. Or at least we have in the last few days.
Yeah, man.
Ruga's attention kind of like drops to the salt and the platter beneath her. And she like looks around again and she says, has anyone checked to see if they could learn more about our cage? So far, we have a phone that we can request things at.
I just look towards the wizards, being like, if anyone is going to learn more about this dome, if you're curious to learn more about this dome, it would be them. I just know we're here until we're not, and I don't think going to be our choice whether or not we leave.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that on the outside of the glass, there's no air, nothing. It's a vacuum. Underneath us are things creating that vacuum. That's really it.
It's just a vacuum?
Well, to my knowledge, yeah. I mean, I'd have to, get out there and actually study it, but I'm on the other side of the glass, and I don't really feel like breaking it to find out if I'm right or wrong.
We were told that it blocks magic, yes?
Yes.
DM, you said we're floating, right? Like, yeah. I don't presume... I don't know exactly how magical vacuums work, but when you say a vacuum has no air, I don't think a vacuum makes us not be touching something.
That's the electromagnets. Pretty sure
Ah.
the giant lightning we saw. Yeah, I think that's what's suspending us there. Because electricity can go through a vacuum, but magic can't.
I think
Colvis, she like looks over to Colvis. If we are going to be in here a while, I would like for you to show me how to make a magical object.
Well, we need materials for that, and I don't think they're going to give us materials to make magic items.
I have quite a few
gotta, like-
things that I would like to use to make something. If we can't make the full item in here, that's fine. I would just like to begin the process of learning.
Sure. Yeah, we can certainly try. As they say, give it the old college try. So
I don't know what that means. She
Like, it-
picks up the tray with the salt on it. I'm going to go continue to prepare the skin. Do you have any other questions? Are you less terrified of me now?
yeah.
I wasn't really terrified of you. I just think the skin thing is just way too different for me.
we can discuss it at another time. The only question I have is, do you want us to be terrified by you?
It depends on if you should be or not.
Should we be?
That is your choice.
You do have a way of speaking in roundabout ways.
Is that a threat?
No.
Yeah, it sounds like you're threatening to me. I'm sorry. It's just I can't read it no other way. If you
No,
want someone to be
I think she means it literally. Like, being terrified doesn't mean she's going to inflict physical pain. She's saying you decide whether or not you should, in your own mind, be terrified of her. That's the should. If you don't believe you should be terrified by her, then don't be.
Grigo just tilts her head again and with her big eyes just blinks.
I think she's... It shocks me to say this, Zook. I think she's just like you. She's kind of just doing her fucking thing.
Yeah.
And it's up to how you decide to receive it.
Yeah, but it's just so roundabout. But hey, I mean, I'm kind of roundabout. So
I mean, have you heard the
say.
wizards talk about magic? They make that shit sound way more complicated than it can be at the surface level. Like, they'll talk for
So as
20
y'all
minutes
start
about
to talk
something,
to each
and then
other, Grigo leaves.
That's right. Like, they'll start talking about
Okay,
something.
Mr. Scholar, let's hear you explain magic.
I'm saying that there's a way that you can explain things to people who don't understand it that isn't at the degree in which you speak with your peers.
Okay. Do you want the 101 version that I teach?
No, I don't want to learn how to use magic. Also, how are you going to be able to do that without any supplies to be able to write at all?
Well, I mean, it's just the first class. I don't have to the first if it's a college class. Like, you're going for multiple weeks. Like, the first class, the first day, I'm not doing a lot of writing. It's just explaining the mechanics.
You know, if we get out of
Just the
here,
basics.
and I have the funds and also lose my job and have to go on the run and need a new identity and wind up in the Empire, then I will 100% sign up for your class, Professor Colvis.
Well,
that's
yeah,
like
if
a
you're talking about the
class
things of the
feedback.
one days. What do you want to do with your life, Felix? I didn't get to ask you that.
My job. And whatever
Alright,
gets me
fair.
by to the next day. I don't have big goals or aspirations. By the time I'm gone, Not much will have changed around and because of me. I've not
You don't
been
wanna try?
afforded. I've not been afforded that kind of life, and sometimes you come to terms. Am I going to do a damn good job at doing my job every day and look forward to doing it again tomorrow? Yes. But I don't have lofty aspirations of wealth or land or heroism. It's not my place in the world to have.
Is that because you accept it, or is that what you've been told?
It's how I've lived. Acceptance is part of living, I guess. I don't actively combat things that I can't control. I only have so many breaths I can take before I'm gone. I would rather not waste them on things that are out of my ability to change.
Yeah, I get that.
If you could live longer, though, would you choose to do it?
Technically, wanting to live longer is what I've been saying. I don't know when the end of my life could be. It could be tomorrow. It could be next week. It could be a month from now, a year from now. 10, 20, 30. If you're saying expand upon the natural means of my cycle of life, it depends on where I am when that happens. I don't believe that's a decision I can make now because I don't know when it's going to end. A lot would have to happen for me to be okay letting my time run out.
Yeah. I do know some researchers at the Health Institute back in Baltar. They're trying to develop a test that will tell you how long they think you'll live.
Yeah, I'm
Especially if you have kind of
Sorry,
a
go on.
mixed, more of a mixed background that you don't really know of, right? Mixed ancestry.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about, because my dad, he's a drow. So, like, I don't know how long I'm going to be.
DM, does that add even more youth to the context of him being 26 years old?
I bet, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You just look at Zook, he's just,
I-
no, man.
I just know that,
I
I mean,
do just hope so.
if you're part elf, you probably live longer than I would naturally.
Well, I was always curious how, like, it works, because, like, well, like, my feet are, like, you know, tieflings are different. Mine are kind of like, they're like this, and he does, like, the hands, you know? Like, my feet are like this. But, like, my hands are like elf hands. But then my ears, they're like short little elf ears. And then my horns are like shorter than other tieflings' horns. So I don't know which way I got or which way I was cut. If that's how it works in the sense of mixing. I don't know how mixing works. Like even these blue strands here. Look, you got me. I dye them. They're white. I get like weird white spots.
Those were not
I dye them.
You got me. None of you said anything, but you got me.
Thank you. I was really excited to hit that beat.
Uh,
Reese and Cornelius, what do you guys want to do with your lives? Especially now after this. Learning everything and all the things that are changing.
Well, college, or at least founding it, university and such. It was kind of I would say, a midlife crisis for me.
Finding a college is a midlife crisis? Good for you.
this is what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I hadn't real plan past what I was already doing. Just from one project to the next, I suppose. What about you, Reese?
Yeah, what about you, Reese?
Well, I'm probably the oldest person in this room.
How old are you?
One sec, I kind of remember.
Holy shit.
Been many years for him
Fucking
since he's thought
it's,
about this.
it's Heimerdinger.
It is. It is low key.
I'm 242 years old, I think. Maybe 300, 243. I've lost count.
Felix takes a quick side eye to Salil, not knowing how old she is, and kind of giving like a raised eyebrow of like a, you older than that? Kind of like
yeah. A checking look of
yeah.
Look, these numbers are really high now.
Well,
Yeah.
like he's kind of giving her a look, like he's trying to like meet her eyes real quick and kind of give like a, do you top that? Like, are you? I'm like, he's not asking her age. He just wants kind of like a knowing, like, is she older or is he the oldest?
She looks at him and then just kind of looks back toward Reese and is like, older than me. And then looks back to Felix.
And I think before he turns back to the conversation, he like his face softens and gives like a kind of a one of those nods of like an "Are you okay?" After all of the conversations that just happened with Gruga and everything.
She doesn't respond really. She just kind of stares ahead for a moment and then just the most like almost indecipherable nod of yes, she's fine.
I would like to check whether it's indecipherable by insight checking her nod.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a roll of your choice.
Do it as a GM roll so I don't see whether or not it's
Yeah.
persuasion or deception or anything.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do it this way. Hold on. How do I?
There's so in the chat box is private to game masters.
Okay, yeah, perfect. Okay.
What was that giggle?
I like that.
I don't know if she knew I was gonna check her.
Did you roll it yet?
There it is.
Oh. What does Felix be able to tell Solio?
I'd say that you know her better than literally anybody. And although she's very convincing, you know that she's lying.
I think as he kind of picks up on it, he knows that there's not much either of them can do about it right now, and can also recognize that sometimes you just need to live in it. So as he turns back to the conversation, he just holds out his hand that if she wants to take it and needs it, it's there. Like he just has it out. But then focuses back in on the conversation with Cornelius and Reese and Zook and Golvis. So 400, what do you say? 400, 300 something?
200.
200. Okay.
Golvis will say, man, I just hope to live to 100, really.
That's like shooting real low, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like that's
Well, I mean,
really
like-
low, man.
Like, that's a big milestone, you know? Like, your 100th birthday, like, that's when you hit triple digits as an elf. Like,
Is your
Aren't you
dad
already
gonna...
that old?
no?
How old are you?
I'm 86.
Holy
I'm older than you.
Felix looks to Zook and it's just like, me and you, man. like you're still gonna live longer than me, but me and you, man.
Yeah, what? Zook is just looking over like, dude, we are fucking children to them. What the fuck?
Except for we're like so much older than them technically, like in like
Yeah.
the scope of things. Not Reese,
Yeah.
not Reese, but
Not Reese, yeah.
Yeah. Salil will look to Colvis and then just be like, oh, she'll go, you want to celebrate your 100th year?
You want to celebrate your 100th?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to. But that's like, 14 years from now. It's plenty of time to plan.
Suppose so.
I'm going to
Never
have
mind, I was
gray
gonna
hairs
ask,
by
that's-
his
that's
100th
rude.
birthday. Like I am going to be graying by his 100th
Does it
birthday.
really
got
bother
grey
you so
hairs.
much that that we are older?
No, it doesn't bother us. It's just I think it's funny to me that Zook is getting like his first understanding of larger
I thought y'all were
lifespans.
like my age or something. I'm just gonna be real. I just thought you guys, because everybody looks so
Like-
young.
We
I mean, like the term is like
157.
You don't look a day over 70.
Oh my god.
You know, that might be the Zook line.
Felix is just fucking mouth wide open, just like is Salil like offended
Salil
by that
will-
at all? Or like
No, Salil will look at him, and then she will crack a little smile, little one.
you
I would've
see
said you're
Felix
like my age,
Felix
I feel
like
it's
like
rude.
Felix whispers, like he like checks his coat and then just goes, fuck. Because he was gonna pull out the little tally notebook and write one down and he couldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Well, you'd have to start a new page.
Hey,
Yeah,
you don't
different
know whether or
scoreboard,
not
yeah.
his system is all about who's making her smile or laugh or whether she does.
Does. Oh, true.
It's his game.
What about you, Salil? What do you want to do with your life?
Smile immediately vanishes. Instantaneous.
Yeah, all right.
Does he say that out loud? Yeah, all right. Like
yeah,
that.
he's like, yeah, all right.
Felix goes, literally the second time you've asked and the first time got you nowhere, and I did not think you were
Just
going to come
had
back
to
for round
smile.
2.
I wasn't gonna quit. You think you can get like a newspaper or something, or is anything?
Go
of what's
ask
going on in the
for
world?
paper. No.
Maybe we should get at least
you
an
can't cast
update from
spells
them.
on you can't cast spells on anything that's not like clean, clear paper. So
They took like all paper everyone had.
as a precaution, is what the guard told me. So we could probably ask for like a newspaper or something.
All right, I'll do it. Zook will walk over to the little phone thing.
I'll go with you. I want to see if I can get my book.
All right, he'll pick up the phone. He's just waiting.
It's in the center dome.
Yeah.
I've been theater of the mind. I have not touched Foundry unless I was rolling dice.
Waiting there.
Yeah, so you walk over to the center.
Yeah.
It's one of the phones that has like the little
Oh, it's like this.
mouth cup at the
Yeah. You see him pinching it in his shoulder and holding the mic.
There's not really a
Oh, because he's one-armed.
Yeah.
Hold this.
So he's
Help
just
the
like-
man.
well, it's only you don't have to hold the mic. It's
Oh, you don't have
like
to
on
hold
there.
it.
So
Okay,
you-
okay.
Oh, is it
so-
just the ear and you talk into it? Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he's holding the ear thing. He's waiting.
Brother's been
I'm
missing an
guessing
arm this
it'll
whole
make a sound
time.
that picks up. Yeah.
You don't necessarily hear a ringing, but there is kind of like just like a static.
A line opening. Yeah.
And after a few seconds, you hear hello.
Hi. Is there any way we could get like a newspaper or like an update of what's going on in the world? Not even just particular to what's like an update for us, but just as a whole, an update with the world or even for us. Oh, and can Kovis get his book back?
What the book?
The
What
one,
book?
the one specifically about stars.
The one about stars. The one about stars? I thought you left the sailing thing behind you.
I still like to.
Okay.
It's
Sentimental. Sorry.
You hear some whispering behind the phone, through the phone.
Yeah.
And you hear like some like maybe like plastic moving, just like that like sound kind of movement that you hear on a phone. Newspaper can do. We'll have to look over the book to make sure.
Okay. They have to look over it. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Okay.
I don't think there's any blank pages in it, but it's okay.
I don't know if it's like a diary or anything.
Well, how long will that take? For a newspaper, at least.
How long is it gonna take?
You hear more talking off of the mic. Sounds like he says, "What time is it?" And he comes back to the mic. Lieutenant should be coming in a couple hours to ask some questions.
All right.
There'll be a restock with that.
Oh, okay.
They're gonna bring everything in one time and one time only.
What do you say?
There's gonna be a restock, and the lieutenant's coming in like a couple of hours.
Sick.
All right. Thank you. Clunk. Restock's coming in a couple of hours. You just hear him yell out. And then he'll
You're
walk
echoing
back to the pack. Yeah.
amongst the glass dome.
While they're gone, I'm just gonna step to the edge of the dome. I'm curious, sitting like sort of in between the doorway and the tunnel, if I can get a gauge of how thick the glass is.
Give me an investigation check.
Good old flat roll. Flat 12.
All right. You walk up to the glass. And you kind of like try and stare at it, looking through it, kind of changing the focus of your eyes. And you kind of notice like debris or like kind of scratches and stuff on the inside of the glass surface, and then things on the outside.
Yeah.
You kind of like move your head back and forth, and you can see maybe a sort of like a parallax effect. The two imperfections moving as you move your head. Probably about 3 inches, as far as you could tell.
Is
3,
it-
4 inches of glass.
Is it like an airplane window where it's 2 separate layers of glass, or is it just 3-ish inches of thick glass? Like,
As far as you can tell, it's just solid glass.
okay. Interesting.
I want to check the door to the north before I go back.
All right. Give me an investigation check. Looking at the door.
Zook will tag along. He'll just be chilling.
If you would like to help him investigate, you can.
Oh, okay.
Give
Thank God. What
me another one.
I think this is some kind of like tumbler locker kind of thing.
I don't know.
21. You see that there's a big kind of like squeeze lever to the left of the door. You try and move that, but it seems locked. Like something mechanical inside of it under the floor is not allowing it to move. The actual door itself has a big vault wheel on it. And there are several keyholes that are around the circle. And yeah, none of the moving pieces seem to, they jiggle a little bit and you can hear like metal clinking around, but nothing moving.
Well, it seems stuck tight.
I mean, 4 keys is pretty particular.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to pick a lock anyway, so.
I'm okay. That's more of like Pill's thing. But 4 locks is like kind of a safety measure in its own. Something's behind there, like
Yeah, they don't
of
want us to
real
see it.
important. Yeah.
It is
Plus,
just
yeah, there's
glass.
boxes too.
I'll lean around to like look through the glass to see what's on the other side.
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, Zook will look too, or at least help him. Go for it. You can take the advantage if you want.
Yeah, go in and roll at advantage.
Zook's
Yeah.
just he's just
Zook is
he's just
helping you.
helping.
The 18. You look around and kind of through. You've also caught glimpses of it from the other domes and stuff. So kind of putting all the different angles together and building a picture of what's inside. It seems to just be a bunch of furniture. Extra furniture that's kind of stacked up. Boxes, things that are mostly covered and stored away. Like nothing that, and it doesn't look like the other cells.
So it's like a
it
store.
just seems like a store.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll relay that to Zook. Just being, it's just a storeroom. It looks like.
Yeah, guess so. They must store a shit ton of stuff down here.
Well, probably something they don't. There's probably something. I mean, there's 4 locks being there. There's probably something in there that they don't want people to find. And
Well, I
like,
wonder if it's because you said we're in a vacuum, right?
mhm.
If things were to go bad, pretty nice to have food locked in with you,
Right.
right?
This definitely does not feel like a prison.
No,
Definitely feels
this
more
ain't
like
no prison.
like a bunker, or like a
100%.
hideaway sort of thing.
Yeah, something like that. The desks make it weird for a bunker, but at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Interesting.
I'll start heading back.
Zook
The
will
only
go
thing
get Bill.
separating a bunker from a prison is if the lock is on the inside or the outside.
I don't know, man. I don't think with a bunker they'd have fucking guard windows looking into the glass door. Like a bunker, you wouldn't want to be all glass and able to be seen from the outside.
Yeah. Hey, supplies are coming soon, as well as the lieutenant. Probably give us an update on things, and maybe we're gonna hear about what may be going on outside of the world if we do know what's going on outside the world.
You see that Grua has like 2 trays out on this coffee table that is just filled with salt, and there's 2 pieces of skin that's like been completely covered with salt. She just like looks up at you and says, "Thank you, Zook."
Is the news going to be a report of some kind, or?
No, I'm just kind of asking for a newspaper to see what's going on, but also an update of where we're at here, if it's just going to be longer or not. I mean, it's only been the first day, but yeah, some expectations ain't not too bad.
Surely, if something so big as to having what is essentially a bomb go off in the middle of the Empire, surely there will be a newspaper about it here. One would assume.
I hope.
I do too. I'm keen to know what they have to say about it. Pill will turn back around to the mirror that she's in front of and continue to scrunch her hair. A little bit of a side eye at what Gruga's doing. She's super interested. She's like, science?
Science.
I'll leave you guys to it. And Zuko will probably just go back and just. Or, yeah, I don't know. I think Zuko's just restless. He's just going to be kind of a wanderer. He's just going to kind of just. Like, he just doesn't know what to do with himself. So he's just wandering around, just looking at stuff, staring off.
Working out, doing laps.
Pretty much, yeah, just kind of just walking and waiting. He's restless.
I think before Colvis and Zook get back in the room, Felix is going to wander off towards our room and just go in, shut the door, and lie on his bed. Just leg on knee, just kind of staring at the ceiling. Or staring at the glass ceiling, I guess.
I'm gonna look at the floor, actually, before in the middle room. Like, does it look like runes, or is it just a ornate like tiling?
You're muted.
We can hear you, AJ.
The first impressions is the design of the tiling. But go ahead and give me an investigation check. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be correlated to anything that's magical. It just seems it's very well laid. All the grout lines are very equal. All the tiles are almost identical. But yeah, just seems like tile with a nice design. But as everyone kind of starts to take a, midday nap or do various activities around, that's where we will take a break.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Whoop whoop.
So we come back. Would you guys like to conversate over the next couple hours or possibly skip?
I have Felix just kind of chilling in his bed. If someone comes to me, I'll have the conversation, but I'm not actively going out to seek them right now. Not right now.
Gruga's using this time to prepare things.
Hill can't resist. She sees Gruga doing science and she's butting in. She's like, so what are you doing over here?
Preserving the skins so that I can use them later.
Would you like any assistance? I happen to know a little bit about chemicals.
Gruga looks up at Pill and she gestures down towards the table.
Pill's already putting on those chemical scarred big brown gloves. And she sits. And she will assist.
It's a good use of time.
Yeah.
All right. So generally, a couple hours of downtime. what might Salil, Zook, or Ambrok be doing?
I think Zook's just kind of wandering. At a certain point, I think he'll just kind of just chill out on the couch and just kind of. Yeah, I think he'll either just chill out in his room or something, or just chill out on the couch. Like you can tell, like his time here, he is miserable. Like he has so much space, but the space is meaningless. Like I'm just walking in a chamber, kind of thing. He'll probably be that guy at like the family function where they're just kind of like just laying on the couch. So he's just chilling out, like asleep.
All right. Salil.
B.
Volvis.
All right, Colvis is just I think he's perusing the like food and wines, and he's looking for the year he was born in on wines just to see if they've got it.
Where
Could
did
be
B
step away.
go? I don't know. B. There's a B.
Sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Sorry, my partner. woke up.
You're okay. He's asking what Salil's doing over the next few hours, or if she's engaging with anyone.
So she gets up after she sees Felix leaving. Gets up like she's been sitting, she's been standing the whole time. I think that she kind of watches everybody take off on their like respective little walks, or what have you. I think she stands and stares at the clock for a little longer before she slowly wanders back into their room and like very gently like opens up the door and looks at Felix.
He's awake. He's just like kind of casually laying in bed, one leg over a knee, kind of like tapping his knee, like it's sort of like that sort of normal leg tap. And as the door opens, he turns and looks towards you. Everything okay?
Yes. I meant to ask, did you... I mean, it looked like it, but did you get some decent sleep?
Enough.
All right. It's good.
Did you?
I rested.
If you needed more rest, I could stay awake to make sure you're watched over, if that's the concern.
She almost kind of smiles wryly. And then she just very gently, lets herself all the way into the room and closes the door behind her. And I think that she sits on her bed and then pushes herself up like against the wall or what have you that's in their room. And wraps her arms like around both of her knees and then just sits there. I don't think I need more rest. I think I'm all right. But thank you anyway.
Did you want to talk? Is there something on your mind?
Through their window in their room, she can see the guards on the other side, right?
Yes.
I think she just casts a glance towards them and then looks back to Felix. And I think there's a possibly an expression which maybe he might just pick up on before she just gently shakes her head, says, no. No.
Do you want me to sit with you at least?
She doesn't say anything, but she very, very gently just moves over slightly.
Felix will get up and walk over, climbing onto her bed and just sitting beside her. Getting in like the same arms around knees position to like match her almost teasingly. And then just sit in the silence with her.
Neat.
And the silence continues. Below your feet, the continued noise of machinery grinding away. Buzz of electric lights. And all of it, a couple of hours later, is interrupted by a loud clink coming from the center room. Hear metal hitting metal, it rings through the floor and up into the air. And then you hear ratcheting. And then a hiss. Is anyone
I go to investigate.
okay?
Zoo could wake up and go too.
Briga's hears the noise and her eyes flick and look at Pill, and she says, "What was that? I guess they've come."
It seems they are dropping off a restock of supplies for us. Did you have
Good.
anything requested that I should go retrieve?
I asked for more salt and other tanning supplies, but mostly salt.
Well, we'll go see if they provide. And Pill will also wander out.
All right. Eventually, the big vault door on the inside opens out and then rolls to the side. And in the tunnel, you see the lieutenant, Shadiah Still. You see the what's her name? Kesh Malan, who was the person who did the branding and also the one doing the magical checking. And then two other guards who have not met before. Both of the guards are carrying or on a behind a kind of like push cart
A dolly.
that has a couple crates. Yeah, like a dolly, a couple crates, a couple different things on it. Moving into the center. Jediah still speaking up. All right, everyone. Got some fresh rations here. And I'd like to ask people some questions too.
Bill Cox and I were-
Understandable.
The two guards move the dolly kind of over to the side. And Kesh stays with Jediah. The two guards start kind of unloading some of the stuff into the center area, just taking boxes off. It's mostly open crates, things that are like little kind of milk crates, I suppose, and they're placing that kind of on the ground. Jediah seems to be talking to Kesh, just kind of not really hushed or whispering, but chatting nonetheless.
Is there extra salt in any of these crates?
Sorry, what was the question?
Extra salt. It seems one of us have requested a little bit more.
Salt, yes. You see him kind of digging through and pulls out a bag. 10 pounds. It's all he could get currently.
That will do. Much appreciated. She'll take up the bag and just make her way back over to the dome unless somebody stops her to drop it off to Gruga.
And someone asked for newspapers and
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah, we did.
Well, that's just for all
Right.
of us, but yeah.
a couple of copy of newspapers here. And we think we found the book that you wanted and looked over. Hands you a book.
Is it my book?
It is your book. And the rest of the boxes just have various supplies, some more food, some more fresh foods or fruits, breads, things like that. But yeah.
Who did you want to ask questions to first?
I'm chewing on an Oreo. Did I
Oreos
still
are fancy.
kind of look up? Finish this conversation with Kesh. We can talk as a group or do individual interviews. I think right now I'm just trying to understand everything that happened.
Gruga's curiosity has like gotten the better of her, and she has slinked out and is kind of like in the background observing.
Probably good to do it as a group. Just
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
a group.
Can Gruga see, is he lying? Is there more? Can she like roll perception or something?
Is an insight check against Jediah? Is that what we want to do?
Yeah, is that all? He's just trying to understand the situation better.
Go ahead and give me an insight check. 22.
Nice. 22.
The phrasing seems almost rehearsed. So it seems, and what you can gather from that, just the way that in his pattern of speech and way of saying it, is There's definitely more, or definitely something deeper that he wants to ask. But probably has to build up to it. All right. Shall we gather everyone then for...
In here, or
We can go to one of the dormitories, sit on the couches if that's better.
I think that'd make everybody more comfortable and probably more willing to talk.
All right. Well, shall we then?
Yeah, let me go grab the other two.
The two guards stand near the entrance, and then Kesh and Jediah start walking into the dome where everyone's been hanging out.
I go over and I get Pill just to. They're gonna ask us questions over there
Oh,
as a group.
oh, I see. Thank you, Doctor. I will make my way over.
And then Colas will make his way over.
I assume the walls and doors inside the dome aren't like super thick where like we can hear people talking coming into the living room area.
Yeah.
Felix will turn towards Salil after this, like, honestly, kind of comfortable couple hours of silence and just kind of existing. And like say quietly, are you ready to go be seen and heard again after this break?
Closes her eyes. Big inhale, big exhale. And then a nod.
He stands up and holds out his hand to help her off the bed.
Takes it happily.
And
Yeah,
he
Grandma.
follows
Sorry.
her out.
You'll get yours,
All right.
bitch.
Felix over here hag-maxing right now.
You'll get yours.
Hey, more years, more experience. I'll take it.
No one knows how old Gruga is.
Pardon?
Except for Salil, it's literally more years, literally no experience whatsoever with anything ever.
So real.
We don't know that. I don't know what that means.
All right. So do you all proceed to the couch area? Some of you sitting down, some of you standing up, I suppose.
Yikes.
Oh yeah, Gruga is
Yeah.
sitting on the back couch, the furthest away from.
Let's open
These
our door. I can only see the
new
door from
people.
one side. That's the problem. I can see it going in. I can't see it coming out. I need someone to click it. Again. Thank you. I can only see it from the living room side. The other side, the door symbol goes away.
All right. Kesh is going to kind of take a few steps back, not leaning up against the wall, but letting Jediah kind of be more in front. Jediah grabs a chair. He flips it around so the back is facing towards you and sits down with his arms crossed on the back of the chair.
Camp counselor.
Campers gather around.
Indeed.
So, I'm going to be honest, or at least more honest, I think, is the best way to go. Honesty here. And just try and being generally straight with all of you. Well, I suppose before I get into my spiel, is there any questions or anything that people have?
What is your name and how do you spell it? For my totally out of character notes.
Jediah Still, Jediastillil. I am of 2nd lieutenant, currently the highest officer rank here in Naidi.
The head honcho, if you will. The highest
Yeah.
rank here?
The highest rank here at the moment. That's what he said. I will point out the rank listing that I posted a little bit ago. 2nd lieutenant is the lowest of the officer ranks. And generally, if you are military affiliated in any way in real life, you would also probably recognize that. Or not real life, but in the game.
It could be inferred that this is not a capital. It might be an outpost.
I think we talked about
Um,
that out loud in character
Did
with
we?
the book we
Okay.
had. Yeah, is that this was a military border city.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a border city. It is on the map, but there, in the book that Culvis had, there's no
right, I remember.
population listing, no description of the town. It's just there on the map.
But small enough that there's no general here. We've got a...
No general. So, you're probably wondering if you're being charged, why you're being detained. Well, you're not being charged with anything. At least, unless you make us charge you with something. But you are here because 3 things are true. And honestly, any one of them would be enough. And has been to justify your holding. Well, for one, you were marked for death by agents of the Republic of Ephestria. 2, you were traveling with the Republic National. And 3, the fact that you even found this place, that you stumbled on it, we're still not quite sure exactly what happened.
You said traveling with the Republic National?
A Republic National.
With a Republic
So someone
National.
from the Republic.
Oh. That's what they just call the people of the Republic, or nationals?
Well, of any country. Like you're a national of the United States.
Okay. First time I've heard that.
So
How
I'll
long
leave the
must
floor
we be
open to
here?
you. There are things that those above me would like to know. And I suppose it will be until my superiors are satisfied.
That is not a timeline.
I understand. I don't have one to give you. But your cooperation will make your stay shorter.
I see.
Ask away.
So, I would like to understand how you all got here.
So would we.
I mean, we got here in the same sense of just There was an explosion. I don't know. The teleportation went
The-
wrong, and
the-
it just pulled everything in.
The Grand Festival, the Empire was putting on a magical demonstration in which they were unveiling a teleportation circle designed by Mr. Cornelius and the other professors, Colvis and Reese. I don't know how much involvement he directly had, but they were part of creating this magical demonstration for the Empire and the Kingdom for the Grand Festival. It went off without a hitch, and Mr. Cornelius here was able to teleport from the university to the parliamentary building in Dromir. And after its successful first use, it was opened to the at least the nobility in the parliamentary on the kingdom side of things to experience this teleportation ourselves. Myself and my charge here, Lady Dawnstrider, were present. We were present at the Dromir side of things in the parliamentary building. And when we stepped back into the new circle that had been drawn over a span of 50 minutes, and the spell was being cast from both sides of the continent, something went wrong that I'm sure my cohorts here that wound up in this with us could explain in more magical detail, in which the spell went awry. And instead of us teleporting from where we were to the Empire, a sphere of energy expanded, and in the craziest moment, we all found ourselves east of here, under the ice, in a mismatch amalgamation of both locations shoved together, dead around us, that were caught up in this explosion, implosion, failure of magic. And we used something that was in the libraries of the university, a book that had talked about the founding of different cities and things, to sort of get an idea of where we are. And we picked a tunnel and we walked and we traveled and we survived for 3 days before we ran into the waterfall that seems to be at the edge of the forest nearby the city. After we had fallen from that waterfall, magic used by our wizards saved our lives so that we did not all perish in the waterfall. And we washed ashore and saw the lights and came here, and the description matched something in the book about the founding of the city. We did not know what it was that we were walking into, just that it was likely in Tavernor. And that is how we wound up here. To the question about the Republic National, she had disclosed upon us, prior to her decapitation by the assassins, that she was instructed by the Republic to sabotage the demonstration, but that her specific organization within Ophestria failed to do so because they were stopped by some opposition, also from Ophestria. But we do not know who the culprit was. That is why she was traveling with us. She was being kept under our watch because she had performed magic and escaped from us, and we had saved her and found her and kept her with us as we were traveling. And I guess the assassins had her marked. It was a lot bigger than any of us had understood. We weren't aware of the going-ons of these countries until she told us down here. But that's all I've got. For more details about the teleportation, you'll have to ask the designers who are in this room.
You're safe. I read a couple of accounts of what happened in Boltar and Dromire now. Both sides have their own story, their own list of events.
We were in it.
But that's what's the same between both sides. No one was left behind. No one inside as a witness?
We got moved somewhere else.
No, on your way here, you said you went through random tunnels, or how exactly did you choose to come?
We sort of kind of hoped and guessed that we
Pulled a
were.
card.
Hmm?
He's really pulled a card. I mean,
Yeah, we had our mystic over there, and he'll nod to Gruga, pull some cards, and then we kind of just followed the direction of those cards, which led us east.
Additionally, we also followed running water.
Yeah,
the
that
more
too.
educated bunch that are with us know about the geographical makeup of Tavernor a bit, and we also had a map in the book that was in the records from the Empire. And running water, they said there was a great ocean, a great sea underground, and we thought, well, all water must run to this place, and if there's civilization around there, that's our best bet. But yes, we
You
did
said
follow cards.
You pulled a card, your mystic. He looks you up and down, Gruga. What's your name?
Gruga.
You have this ability of divination.
I listen to the whispers.
Were these whispers leading you to Mayadeen? Was that their goal?
I do not know what their goal is. Only that I was given possibilities.
Do you use this divine and made it divining cards? Made the choice? And that choice brought you to Mayadeen? It's quite a... That the Undermount is a big place.
Can I like Arcana or History check to see does Gruga know how the cards actually work? How do they actually work in this world?
Give me an Arcana check.
Because I don't know if she'll need to lie or not. Let's see. Oh,
Okay. With a 9. You know that none of your cards have arcane runes on them. So, as far as you know, there isn't a magical spell that gets cast. You also are not writing any runes around them or anything when you do a pull. As far as you know, the cards just act.
Gruga takes a moment and studies him. He's asking a lot of questions. But I heard the voices of the other people in the group echo behind her of just do what they say. And so she looks at him and says, "They are not magic, but they are. They do not have runes. They do not cost I do not cast them, but they do speak.
Where might you have gotten these cards? Did you make them? Did they come to you as a gift? Did you purchase them?
Gruga is going to lie.
Okay.
So she's going to try to lie. And with not changing the way that she has spoken, her effect in any way, she's going to say, they were a gift. I picked them up in a cart, and I had a knack for it.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check.
Yeah, that's a 24.
He nods
Nice.
with some semblance of understanding.
To be
And
clear,
have you ever been
sorry.
to... No, please?
To be clear, we did not know we were going to or were in Mayadim until we saw the sign entering the city borders. Like, we followed the cards to pick a direction because we had many caverns to go, and west is where it led us. And we did follow water, and the only reason we came down that waterfall is because of a giant spider creature and its kin that had been attacking us. We were running for our lives and then fell through the waterfall. Again, it was not like we were told go to Mayadim. We didn't know we were here until we were here.
Okay. Have any of you ever been to the Republic of Athestra?
No.
No.
He doesn't really move his head, but moves his eyes, kind of looks at each one of you as you're answering. And have you ever interacted with an Ephestrian before?
Not to my knowledge, other than the one that we saved.
AJ,
Yes, same.
based on the events of the last 5 days, would I then be under the belief that I am of Ephestrian descent? Felix will just like hold his hand up.
He'll like point his nose towards you.
I believe my mother is Ephestrian, though I was not born in the Republic, nor do I know about her past as it pertains to the Republic. But if we are speaking completely honestly, I am of the understanding at this point that she was of the Republic.
Where were you born?
Dromire. In a brothel.
Your mother was a refugee, escapee.
I do not
agent?
know how we wound up there, but she was sought after. I assume now, due to her origins, I was but a boy. And before I reached my 10th year, she was effectively removed from all existence. She disappeared. There is no sign of her, no trace of her. And again, before the last couple days in meeting this national, as you've called her, I didn't think too much about it until now. But that was 25 years ago.
This, Nashtunol. Did she tell you her name?
Yes. She at least referred to herself as Amelia to the rest of us.
And you said that she was there to sabotage your demonstration.
She claims, and this is to assume she is to be believed, and that she was honest with us, that she was part of a team, a task force that was sent with the express purpose to make the spell fail, but not with the cataclysmic results that occurred. She said it was just supposed to not work. But that there was another party, also from Ephestria, that intercepted them and stopped them from their version of sabotage of the spell.
And how exactly did she make herself known to all of you?
She,
Well,
yeah.
first she dispelled one of my alarm spells that we'd set up when we made camp in one of the caves and ran away. And then we lost sight of her. And then when we found her again, she was caught up in the webs of the giant spider. At this point, we still didn't know who she was. And then when we landed on the beach side after the waterfall, we cut her out of the webs and made sure she didn't die. And then that is when she told us her name and explained what she was doing there.
She did
Was
keep
she-
saying they were going to find her. She said nothing mattered anymore because they were going to find her.
You said you followed her to the spiders and found her there.
I mean, we were headed that direction. Well, was
Well,
one
we
of the
were in pursuit of her, pretty much.
Her
Yeah.
path went through water. And we
Yeah.
thought best follow someone who is powerful enough to be able to dispel some of the college's magic, because they might actually know a safe way out. So we followed their trace. Maybe it would lead us to safety, and instead it led us into more danger.
Is it possible that she knew of my Edim and of the types of capabilities we have here?
Is
Maybe
it?
she wanted to defect.
I was.
Types of capabilities.
I'm going to agree that it is very possible. I believe that there's a lot of things that are possible. We were with her for less than 2 full days, and words were hard to get out of her after her sabotage of the spells that our educated folk were using. But if you were to ask my opinion, to speculate, I don't believe she was looking to defect. I think she had come to some conclusion that because she had failed and also wasn't able to escape even us, that she was doomed.
Well, Fasturian, leading them, following them. and following the whims of divining guards bring you to one of the best kept secrets in the Tavernorian nation.
I mean,
AJ,
luck is always a factor.
AJ, would we like at this moment, like when he's saying one of the best kept secrets, like it? I can't be thinking it's the city of Mayadim if it's been written in books that are published in the Empire. Like is he speaking more on the vacuum we're currently in? Like the chamber they had to bring us to? Because
You don't know.
okay, like
He could be-
okay.
You could mean both.
Insight check or something.
I mean, I guess before I would want to insight check, I'd have to pipe up about it to then get him to talk a certain way. I'm just gonna let him continue. I'm gonna hold out.
Well, Gruga will say, "You are referencing a secret. I'm unsure what secret you speak of. Maybe it can stay a secret."
Well, I'm sure you would love for that to be the case. You specifically. Our researchers say they want to study.
Gruga's tail flicks hard, like a thump. It's a gator tail. It thumps down like on the couch beside her.
Okay. Those runes over your body. We know they don't do anything in particular, at least in their current form. Would you be willing to letting our researchers do a more thorough search?
Muted.
Sorry,
Oh,
Gruga.
no.
Is it good?
You're
now?
good. You're good.
Gruga like stills herself and like stares like directly into his eyes. What does studying entail?
For as I know, the boys want to catalog your runes, ask you about what magics they pertain to. That's as far as I know.
Do I have a choice?
No. Not exactly. I don't want to force you. But I am not necessarily the final say as to what happens.
Will they come here?
Eventually, we have some of our researchers on their way, more senior. Others are already here, have already been running their tests. Looking at the magic
Uh,
that you carried,
mhm.
lots of scrolls, more than really anyone really has. Just normally traveling, going to a party.
Ruka's going to try one more time, being very deceptive. Okay. She's going to. Maybe the reason you don't recognize any of the runes is I'm just a mystic. A mystic to nobility. The cards have no runes that you recognize because they are not magic in the way that you think of magic. I'm just a mystic.
Can I try to assist her in this lie by having Felix inject a little bit of truth when he goes, to be fair, she was hired by the Serena, the Kingdom of Serena, to like pull cards for nobility in the main parliamentary building. I don't
I
believe.
even do seances and speak to the dead.
I'm just saying that if they hired Theron for like to bring the cards and do readings for a bunch of nobility, that if there was some divine aspect to the cards and everything magical, that the Kingdom of Serena of all people would not be okay with it. And they don't hide that at all.
So can I deception check with advantage?
Go ahead.
22.
All right. You catch him in a moment of consideration. Kind of looks down at the tile in front of him. We'll see what the researchers want. But as far as this sabotage goes, is this just suspect, or this is what Amelia told you?
Again, what we are conveying is just what was told to us, whether it is to be believed or is found as fact or truth is not something that we can confirm or deny. But I don't believe for a second that she did not think her life was over. And when people are that accepting of death, normally they let their lips loosen. Because what else do they have to lose? Act on the information we give you however you see fit. It is just what we know or what we were told.
The inventors of this teleportation circle. You from the Arcane University and Potter Keep?
Yes.
Were you aware of any tampering, any strange occurrences before?
Well, I was in charge of the runes when we first did the teleportation. So the going from the college to Styrena. After that, I was up to a different crew, and I was not a part of that.
AJ, you said this guy was wearing a Tav
Yeah.
Tech like coat thing, right? Like he was Tavernorian Institute of Technology. The guy with the brand? No,
Not
okay.
these guys.
Okay. So these guys, like with how publicly and publicized Cornelius says he is, and as someone who is the current stand-in dean, like,
Yeah.
is it bizarre that they have no idea who he is?
These guys are just military grunts.
Okay.
As far as you know.
Okay.
You haven't spoken to any of the researchers yet.
Okay. But they might. Okay, I guess when they get there, they might recognize.
Yeah,
Okay.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Feel free to continue.
This teleportation, this was one of its kind. New magics developed at the university.
Yes, we did extensive testing on small objects. We discovered that you needed a collar, basically a collar and a receiver, how you would a telephone. There needs to be a teleportation circle on one side, and then another that receives the teleport where the teleportee goes. Which is why we had 2 teams, one at the college, one in Styrena. So
He pulls out a notepad from kind of a pocket that he has in the front. It's not like a just normal like a shirt pocket. It's like one that has like a little flap on it. Takes it out, flips through a couple pages. Kind of looks like he's not wearing his glasses, so he's trying to read what's on the paper. Would one of you be able to reproduce this circle if asked upon by our researchers?
I have all the runes in my notebook. I couldn't do the. I don't have the receiving end, but I have the sending.
Cornelius will pipe up. I'd be happy to speak to anyone about it. It's all of my notes and the paper we were writing are back. Well, I don't know if my office was destroyed in the event, so I don't know where they are currently, but I'd be happy to talk to anyone. Jediah kind of squeezes his lips together and nods. Magics that you are all carrying. He looks down at his notepad. Solil. That is... Like, starts pointing his finger around.
She just looks at him and then nods.
A lot of magic scrolls that you had with you.
Yes, sir.
Are these all of your own creation, or did you purchase them? Were they given to you?
It is a mix of many of those things, but most I produced on my own.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Said it was a mix of many of those things, but most I produced on my own.
I'm told that they contain scrolls that with magics that our researchers had never seen before. Is this magic that is studied in the Empire? It's studied in the Kingdom?
I'm unsure.
And of the spells that you did produce yourself, then who taught you?
For probably the first time for everybody, she looks upset and uncomfortable. She will stand there and then be like adjusting the front of her dress a little bit. They were taught to me.
Taught you in formal setting? Or
Yes.
Ultramire has a School of Arcana now.
No.
You learned these in a unchartered school.
I think she almost, without thinking about it, takes a step back. And then looks to Felix and then looks back at them. And then
For
just
such
says nothing.
education, we'd be happy to speak privately. Or you could speak with our researchers when they get here, once they get here. But I can't protect you from them if that's the case.
Protect me from them.
Anything that they might want to know. I don't know what their questioning methods are. We're just having a conversation here, but
Am I to assume that perhaps if I don't answer the questions adequately enough, there may be a branding involved?
I hope not.
I hope not too.
But I think there is, to an extent, trying to understand if these magics would be of any danger to Tavenor and its interests.
And what are the interests of Tavernor?
Well, that's above my pay grade.
Then why have they sent you here to talk with us? If we are such a threat and you require such particular questions of us, and we, perhaps them of you, do you not think it would be a fair exchange for us to speak to somebody who perhaps can answer these questions?
Those who can are on their way. You happen to arrive when town was left to me.
May I ask you personally, a question?
No, they... A chain of command. I was chosen to stay behind, and am the highest rank currently here. At least in the Tavernorian army.
Why have they sent you first?
I chose to come first.
So you're here for your own personal inquisition?
Well, I wanted to see if I could learn anything without any assumptions of how dangerous one might be. Like I said, I
You
can't promise.
personally believe us to be dangerous?
Me? No. I've seen all the evidence, the pictures. I don't think you even know each other.
AJ, do they have weapons?
Give
Because
me a
we
perception
do.
check.
Or at least I do.
I mean, yeah, Zook has his thing. He just ain't got his arm.
15.
Jediah has what seems to be a pistol
Okay.
at his belt. The stay is currently unbuckled.
So in other words, he ready.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to rumble.
I needed to know.
I have a lot of evidence showing that you were just trying to survive. You weren't following a guide necessarily. There's no one leading you specifically to Mayadeen. I just want to make sure that verbally that is also the case. Because he kind of looks around. These researchers don't really give people options. And I'm not saying I disagree with them. I understand their methods and why they use them.
Y'all were totally fucked.
So, with what we know and, what you said with this great secret of this, what does it look like when we get out of here?
Well, undoubtedly, the researchers will still want to meet with all of you.
Right.
Learn what they can. And then send you on your way, I suppose. I don't think you know much about what goes on here in Mayadeen.
Can Pill
I don't
insight
think Amelia told you. One more time?
Can Pill insight check that and send you on your way?
Go ahead. He seems pretty forthright.
Yep, I believe him.
Yep.
Should we be asking you questions, or should we wait until not just the researchers but your higher-ups arrive? In case there's things you're not supposed to be discussing with us.
I only know what I know. I'm no practitioner of magic.
Then I have a couple quick questions. Is Tavernor at war with the Republic of Ephestria?
I wouldn't say at war. Like, we're not sending battalions and armies into each other's borders, but there are spies, operations, certainly disagreements.
Enough so that you've dealt with these assassins before.
Sorry.
He nods with acknowledgement.
When you say we are marked for death, before Amelia had her head removed, the night before she had been toying with the palm of her hand, saying they were going to find her, I'm assuming that is the mark. If we have not been physically marked, and we are sent on our way, as you say, are you knowingly sending us to our peril, knowing assassins are going to come for us? Or are we not truly marked?
Well, that's part of why we're keeping you here, for the most part.
Fair.
The researchers are bringing with them tools that they will be able to find any latent magics that's been placed on you. Should you all be safe? Of course, you can be free to go. If you're not, I believe there are some ways of disconnecting this latent magic. But we can hope that it doesn't get to that.
When you say we're free to go, that's no aid of yours after that. We're just going to open the doors and we're going to walk on out of here on our lonesome.
Well, we will lead you to the top. Make sure you don't wander off into any tunnels. But they most likely boat would be chartered.
Okay.
Bring you to either the closest town or to the capital, where you can get the train. Be on your way back home.
How did you select us in particular when there were at least 12 other individuals traveling with us?
I can't tell you everything of our intelligence gathering, but we have surveillance. And it is presumably similar to the surveillance that the Ephestrians had on you. Why you were chosen.
Are the other 12 safe?
They are indeed.
Okay.
They just aren't being kept in cells like this.
Understood.
Do they leave with us or are they going to leave on their own timeline?
They'll probably leave before you,
All right.
if they want to. They will likely have the opportunity to leave earlier.
All right.
Is there anything else you need from us before we can expect these researchers? And do you at least, even if you don't have a timeline on our exit, have a timeline on when we can expect our next visit?
I'm told you should be here in about a day. Probably by this time tomorrow. And if they arrive late at night, then they will wait till morning.
They will most likely, in terms of order of operations, separate you all, do and conduct interviews one by one, do a more thorough investigation of any latent magics of your bodies, and then make a determination from there.
Is there anything else you need from us in this moment?
I think you've all been quite forthright in the information you have both chosen to give me and questions being answered. Try and keep that same level of forthrightness with any of the researchers. They aren't in control of anyone in the army, but technically, their recommendations are applied by my superiors.
Can I make one request on your way out?
Of course,
Prioritize checking his arm. I feel bad he's walking around with one arm.
I believe they discovered some active runes, some latent magic. So,
No arm.
What it is.
Unfortunate.
Yep.
unfortunately for now, once the researchers get here, the
Yeah.
more senior ones, I mean, unless you can tell what it does, once that's verified, you can have the arm back,
I mean,
assuming that it's not anything that poses a risk to the safety of you all.
I can tell you what I know it does. I don't know if it does more. I can tell you what I know it does.
Please?
I just kind of think of myself in a better situation, or just think of what I want to be. And then it just kind of manifests. Like, kind of like a smoky figure and an echo, sure. But I don't know. I just kind of manifest myself into what I want to be. And then I can switch places with it. It's kind of like it's like fighting with loaded dice. You know what I mean? Like, if I miss, do I really miss because I'm somewhere else? And then I'll land there. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I do miss there, I don't know. But that is just kind of how it goes. It's like breathing. That's the best way I put it. It's just like breathing.
So, some sort of duplication magic and teleportation.
Yeah, but only to that. And then if I get too far, poof. It ain't there.
And you are a student faculty at the college?
Nah. I ain't.
Exactly how did you come into possession? Do you know how to write these runes as well?
No, I don't know how to write it. It was made for me. I suffered an accident when I was younger, and then I was gifted it by a family member. I don't really have to play too coy into this. You guys already have my name written down, so I'm sure you guys could look around on my history.
Well, I'll tell you, the researchers that we have here are quite impressed. But if you are not part of or affiliated with the college, having this type of teleportation magic, how did you end up gotten all of this?
Well, my grandfather made it for me. I don't know how he got that portion, but he just made it for me.
And your grandfather told you to come to the demonstration?
No, no, no. My grandfather made this for me so I would stop moping around in like his little ship dock. I ain't got nothing to do with my life. Well, what I wanted to do with my life. So, kind of just was in his ear for a while. And then got me to bugger off a little bit. And then I used that arm to further a message.
You can send messages too.
No, no, not in that sense. Not in that sense. Like my own kind of ideology, my belief system. It's a tool, so I use it to its fullest.
Then you were doing this at the celebration? In some sort of protest of their teleportation magic?
No, 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 no. And
Does it
Zook
feel
will look
like
over.
Zook's floundering? Like, does it seem like he needs help?
Zook isn't trying to lie. He's just doing his thing.
Felix is gonna go. There were a lot of civilians that were caught on the Dromir side of things that came just to see the demonstration. There were flyers everywhere, personal invites for nobility in the lower part of the parliament, and people were called in from all of the neighboring cities and villages and farmsteads to come witness from the balconies the demonstration. It was open to the public. You did not need private tickets unless you were on the lower floors of the parliamentary building. So there were many just innocent civilians who got caught up in everything. At least on the kingdom side of things. I've never... I don't know what the university is like or how closed off things were on their side.
It was pretty open to
So
the public.
he's trying to give Zook an out to say he was on the kingdom side because there's no evidence like placed right now that he comes from the Empire.
Roll for it. Roll for it.
I mean, if AJ wants me to roll, I can roll. I'm ready to roll.
Give me a persuasion check. I guess
I'm
deception.
definitely lying. I'm also going to call it ahead, even though I don't particularly have to, that I'm going to use my once a day heroic inspiration that I get to roll this with advantage. Holy shit, that could not have gone worse. That's crazy. Holy shit.
I'm
Now,
so sorry.
I want to
I'm
be clear.
so
I want you to use
sorry.
it. Keep it in your mind how you're going to use this, AJ. I'm not trying to change your mind. But I want to be clear. Felix is not saying, I saw this guy in the balconies. Felix is acting like he doesn't know. He's just like, there were civilians on the kingdom side, and could be used as an out. But, he's not going, oh, well, Zook was definitely right there and I saw him,
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's interesting how all of this divination magic Teleportation magic. Necromancy. All appears in this one accident. I'm sure there's some through line here. But I don't think any of you know.
If you think it's crazy, imagine just being some guy who's being surrounded by it this entire time. They're all nuts.
I only just work. Never casted the spell in my life. Well, it's getting kind of late. He looks up at the clock. Is there anything we can do to make your stay a bit more comfortable? We can maybe dim the lights a bit. Make easy sleeping easier.
I got a deck of cards to play with. Just 52, something simple.
I don't think we brought one in, but I can always ask them to bring one tomorrow.
I have a
Perfect.
question.
Please?
What's behind those doors?
The third vault door in the center.
Yes.
Well, it wouldn't be locked if we didn't want you in there. Or if we wanted you in there, I suppose. It's mostly just storage. This facility acts as both a place to hold and protect individuals. It can also act as a place one can retreat into. The room mostly holds food, rations, machinery for repairing everything here. Not much more than that.
Can I insight check him?
Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Roll for it. Roll for it.
Use my +5 on you, you bastard.
Get him.
Oh,
I
you
don't
rolled them
fucking
privately.
believe you for a second.
You rolled it privately.
Dude, that was
No.
private.
What was it? What was
Doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
was a 19 anyway.
Nice.
Nice.
19.
He definitely has not told you all the truth,
No.
but what he has told you, you believe is true. So he's just
He's
not
like,
telling
He's
you.
withholding. He hasn't lied to us, but he's withholding information. Okay.
Y'all, he has dropped multiple hints that these researchers don't appear to be nice people.
No, they don't fuck around.
Nope.
If you said, is there anything else we need? I would ask, and I'm going to assume this request will be denied. Is it possible, at least for just the bed chambers, to create some sort of privacy? I mean, as soon as we exit the bed chambers, you'd be able to see us in the living spaces, but is it possible to not be watched while we sleep? And have some semblance of privacy? I mean, hell, even the bathrooms have curtains, so you're okay with us being closed off, at least in those spaces?
This is there is no issue. It is just the construction of this happens to be. We can rotate them if you would like. But
Yeah.
they do have to be disconnected, and then
reconnected later on.
I think that would be an interesting experience. I mean, that, or could we just get some basic curtains to, or something to block the glass in the bedrooms that we are sleeping in, to feel just a semblance of privacy and security, so we may sleep more peacefully?
You're more than welcome to try and use a sheet or
Then I guess my request is,
material.
may we have some extra sheets?
On top of what is already in here, it would have to come tomorrow.
That is fine. We don't know how long
Can't
we'll be
you
here
use the
anyways.
storage in there?
Yes, but it is catalogued and we're not really supposed to disturb it.
Why?
In case that refuge needs to be taken, it can account for a specific number of people.
Yeah, but
And
four
if we
locks is
go
really hard to
changing
do.
things, then
How?
4 locks in a case of emergency, that's a lot of people to gather around.
I'm
How?
also pretty sure there's like 4 beds that aren't being used, guys. Like
Yeah,
we
no,
we
we
can
get
just
sheets.
rip the sheets off those.
How expensive is it for you as a city to open the doors and come see us, that you're only required or only allowed to drop things off to us once a day? How much power is this taking?
it is a considerable amount. For my understanding, but it is mostly based on the protocols that the Research Institute gives us.
Understood.
Can you not, seeing as you're going to be replacing the sheets that we need, just borrow from in there and then replace them with the ones that you were supposed to receive tomorrow?
It would be quite outside of our standard operating procedures. So I'm afraid we can.
How vexing.
Vexing. That was me, not Gruga. Sorry.
Well, if you use extra bedsheet to make curtains, or if you want the sphere rotated for privacy, please. All you have to do is call.
Thank you.
Can they be individually rotated?
They can indeed.
Gruga like looks over to Pill and like tilts her head almost in like a, what do you think?
Are the way that the guards can see into the glass only coming from the south side of the... Okay.
Yeah. They look north.
So they couldn't even see into the
Pill would
bathroom if
not.
they wanted to, because it's...
Mm-mm.
Okay.
But then we would allow them to see into the
Bathroom's
bathroom.
enclosed.
Well,
And they can't, I mean, and technically they can't even see into the living quarters because the bedrooms all block that side of the glass.
nah.
Do the bedroom walls go all the way to the top of the dome?
They're like
It's like a partition.
cubicles almost.
Yeah, like, but they're
Yeah.
open.
Yeah,
They're, like
partitions.
in our rooms where they open and you can see
Yeah.
glass going up. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
What did Pill think?
Pill nodded at Gruga. She gave her just like the little up and down.
We will take the privacy on the other side.
I will have anybody know on our side that if this dome were to be rotated completely, then the bathtub would be exposed to all the guards. Just saying.
I don't mind.
He stands up from his chair. It like scoots along the tile floor and kind of screeches a little bit. Well, I appreciate all of you answering my questions as needed, telling me the story as you know it. I think that is all from my side. Is there anything, any other questions you may have?
Yeah, what do those grates do
Before
in the
I-
ceiling? Those like spherical, like vent grates.
I'm pretty sure those are speakers. We don't usually use them though.
So you can talk in? Does it hear out?
He looks over at Cash in the back. I don't believe so.
Do I
Insight
believe him?
checking
Yeah,
the
I was gonna say,
fuck
do
out
we
of that.
believe him?
Insight check.
Insight checking
check.
the absolute fuck out of that.
Go ahead.
Can Pill also insight check that?
You may.
All of us, group
Zook
insight.
as well.
Damn it!
You
He
better
don't know
fucking tell
shit.
me the truth, motherfucker.
That's so many
Yeah,
high
yeah, yeah,
numbers.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Thank God was the Leo.
And there's an @1 thrown in there, and
Hell yeah.
We all
Zook's like,
And
yeah,
Gertrude.
for sure.
All right.
You don't know if there can be direct communication back and forth. But throughout the conversation that you've been having with him, he did not seem surprised by the reveal of any information that you guys had discussed before.
yeah, they be listening.
They've been listening.
But
this
it's not.
whole
But it's not the
damn
guards who are
time.
just outside that are listening. It's
No. It
could be-
it's higher
be,
up
yeah.
people are listening. They're in another room. Magic
Yeah.
can travel far. They are not. It's not the direct.
They have the
communi-
heat
yeah.
photos of us too and everything.
Oh yeah, we've never had privacy. It's fine.
Before the lieutenant leaves, Zook will stand up. Do you know who I am?
Do you ask that in a threatening way or just
No, I'm
in
just
curiosity?
asking. Just curiosity.
I apologize, but I don't particularly do.
Okay, interesting.
Should I know who you are?
Oh, I just assumed since you looked into us and you kind of know we're all strangers, you would have looked up the names we gave you. So I was just curious. That is all.
We looked up in as far as Tavernorian databases go.
Okay.
Should we be looking to you elsewhere?
You're famous and widespread enough, Zook.
Guess so. Nah. Well, it's your curiosity.
Kind of gives you like an okay. Well, then I suppose I should let you all enjoy your evening. There are some desserts for you that were left in the box. A sign of, well, as much as I can, of good faith.
Thank you very much.
Gruga's eyes dart towards the crates at the mention of dessert.
Feels too. You've said the magic word.
Jediah and Kesh will begin to walk out.
I'm watching them
And-
as they go.
They stop for a moment to speak to the two guards that were waiting by the front door, and then eventually head into the airlock,
close the door behind them. You hear much of the same ratcheting, clanking, metal on metal, and hissing. And you see them just wait there in the tunnel for a couple minutes before the other door opens. And they proceed out.
I'm watching them the whole time.
And as they leave, and leave all of you alone once again in these holding chambers, that is where we will end tonight.
Woo!
Chat, we're so dead.
They're gonna do an experiment
so
on
genuinely
us.
think
Dude.
there are if you guys behave, they're our best chance at not being dead.
They're
Yeah.
totally gonna do experiments on the magic users. You're safe.
They're not cutting you guys
No,
open. They're
no.
just going to ask you, like, they're gonna look at your tattoos and be like, yes, they're just tattoos. Like, they're not doing body experiments. They just said they wanted to know how all your magic
You
works.
don't know. He said that they're not nice.
Well, from Felix's perspective, Gruga shouldn't care. She loves cutting up bodies. Let them experiment on her. Have fun. Death is just another life.
Crazy.
I will say,
Wow.
I will say, I was like, oh, dude. I was just like, I'm just gonna just do Zook's thing, and then the Felix save was good because I was like, oh, I just assumed they knew already what's going on. They're either listening in or they looked up the names. I was like, there's no point.
Probably.
I'm trying to
That's probably why
be
I didn't
coy.
care that I lied. Like, or that I was like, whatever, because
Yeah.
they know you said yesterday you were in the
Yeah.
abandoned prison and that you're a criminal and that
Yeah.
you're Duke Typhoon's grandson. Like, they
Yeah.
heard all of it. The other
Yeah,
thing
no,
is, they just openly called out the fact that two of you are using both divination magic and necromancy. They said it and they didn't say it with any surprise.
I
Not only
I
that,
took a
know.
note with like multiple
That shit was
question marks.
crazy.
yeah, not
was
even
like,
that.
"We
Like
know."
the Empire people were
Right, we
like, "What? Like, is this like what is this? No one's ever found a necromancy tablet. Like necromancy is like folklore." They were like, "No, you have necromancy. We know it." And like they were just
We know
super
it.
casual about it. It's like, cool. So that means Tavernor also like they have used and at least have knowledge of actual necromancy, and it is not a surprise to them that it is being used.
I know. And divination magic too.
Well, I would
Terrifying.
also assume it's considered necromancy to carve rune circles into your body and teleport. It might be a necromantic version of teleportation.
Literally.
Never in the
panicking.
nation that discovered magic.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh,
what's
they've been
possible.
playing the Empire like a fiddle. They played the, oh, we're so dumb. We accidentally sold the super powerful tablets before studying them. We're so dumb. Oh,
Oh, so silly.
no,
We're so
those
dumb. We're just
motherfuckers
people who
studied
live under
every
the
inch of
ice.
them and then said, let
Yeah.
the babies have it now. That's
Oh,
absolutely
is
what they
these-
did.
What are these tablets with these writings on it? Silly rock. So,
Oh,
so silly.
We're so dumb.
not-
Oh, we did not ask for enough money. Oh, no.
Yeah.
But also, no one else is
Oops.
allowed to explore down here besides
Yeah.
us, and only we know what we
Besides
find,
us.
and only we sell that information. But everyone go, oh, they're
So good.
good old Tavernor. They're just so dumb. They just give us their stupid
Dude, they're
tablets.
such silly little guys. Yeah. Dude, they came out shitty. Yeah.
Talk
they got
about
the shit into this
talk
deal.
about absolutely like being an unbelievable seat of power by making the rest of the continent think you're real stupid.
Dude, I liked it though. That's pretty cool.
No, it's major respect. It's kind of like he's like, yeah,
no,
no,
it is. It's
every
like,
time someone
these
was
guys are really fucking
questioning-
good at poker.
Every time
Yeah.
someone was questioning something that they were doing and their response was like, it's protocol, Felix was like, fair. Fucking
What
fair.
can we say to that?
Fair,
It's fucking
dude.
protocol.
You're the
shit.
military.
Owned.
Fair. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not going to get you to
owned.
break protocol. Sure.
Yeah. You got it. You got me.
Anyways,
Oh, that was sick.
chat and watchers at home, that is where we're going to wrap up for today. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. Hope you guys enjoyed this session, and we'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, bye.